Okay, today's video is on factors and multiples. Benchmark is OA 2.4, factors and multiples. Factors are the numbers that you multiply to get a product. We've already discussed that and have been listing factors, either using a rainbow or a T-chart. Multiples are the skip counting numbers, like when we counted by 2s today, here I'm counting by 4s. 4, then 8, then 12, 16, 20, 24. I'm skip counting by 4s. So these are multiples of 4. Factors, they chop up the number. They chop the big number up that they give you in different ways. So if they give us 24 as our big number, factors chop it up in different ways. We can either do 1 times 24, or 2 times 12, or 3 times 8, or 4 times 6. Multiples, on the other hand, they make the number get bigger. And if you look at these, if the multiples of 4, the number gets bigger. 4 is our given number, and as we do the multiples, it just keeps getting bigger. Factors and multiples do work together, though. We say 4 times 6 is 24. And 24 is a multiple of 4. When I counted by 4s, I eventually say the number 24. If I keep counting, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. Therefore, 24 is a multiple of 4. Some question types you might have are, is the given number a multiple of, and then they'll say like 8, for example. So we want to know, is 4 a multiple of 8? Well, so we think, well, since 4 times 2 equals 8, then it is a factor of 8, not a multiple. 4 is just a factor of 8. I can't skip count by 4s, or skip count by 8s, excuse me, and say 4. When I skip count by 8s, I never get to say 4. Okay? To list your multiples, you multiply. If they want the multiples of 6, you just say, okay, 6 times 1 is 6. Next multiple, 6 times 2 is 12. 6 times 3 is 18. 6 times 4 is 24. It's the same thing as skip counting by 6s. 6, 12, 18, 24. Or you would make a T-chart for this. 6 is the number they want multiples of, and so you just say 6 times 1 is 6. 6 times 2 is 12. 6 times 3 is 18. 6 times 4 is 24. And 6 times 5 is 30, and so on. 6 times 6 is 36. It just keeps going. Multiples, the number gets bigger going down this side, and there are many of them, many multiples, M and M. On the other hand, if you look at a factor T-chart like we've been using in class, if they want the factors of 6, they're asking you what numbers make 6. 1 times 6 makes 6, 2 times 3 makes 6, and the factors, the numbers get smaller on this side. And there's only a few factors, few factors. One more thing we have to do with multiples is find the common multiples. Just like yesterday we found common factors, you have to list all the multiples of whatever number they give you. In this case they gave us 4, and you have to list some multiples of another given number. I mistakenly said all the multiples. Listing all the multiples, that list can go on and on forever. I think some of you call that Google something. Okay, so we've listed the multiples of 4 by skip counting or making a list. 1 times 4 is 4, 2 times 4 is 8, 3 times 4 is 12, 4 times 4 is 16, 20, 24, 28, 32. And I'm going to stop there because I think that's a pretty nice lengthy list. And I do the same thing for 12. 12, 24, 36, 48, 60. And I'm going to stop there. Let's see if we have found some common multiples, and we'll circle them just like we did common factors. I don't see 4 on both lists, but I do see 12 and 12. And then I do see 24, and I also see 24 on this list. Now this list only goes up to 32, and my next multiple of 12 down here is 36, so I'm not going to find any more common with this list of numbers. So far my common multiples are 12 and 24. If I kept my multiples list going, I would of course run into more. The biggest confusion with this particular lesson is you get the words factor and multiple confused. Just remember that when they're asking for factors, there should only be a few. If they're asking for multiples, you're skip counting and there will be many. Don't forget to do the quiz that's underneath the video and submit it. See you tomorrow.